It's on.
All right. The most special time of the year is Christmas. And during Christmas, what is the one thing in your home that brings everybody together and makes it all the more special and more memorable? A Christmas
Eggnog.
tree. A Christmas tree. Now, a Christmas tree, there are very different variations of Christmas tree, but I want you to close your eyes, imagine the smell of your home when that Christmas tree is up. And if you have a fake tree, it may not smell as good. So, I'm here to talk to you about getting yourself a fresh Christmas tree from the forest. You can go get a fresh Christmas tree from the forest by cutting it down without a permit or with a permit. And I would suggest that you go to the Forest Service and get your own. They're very inexpensive, they're only $5, and you can choose your own Christmas tree. There are certain regulations of sizes. Some people like to get large Christmas trees, but you can only get up to 12 foot, and you also have to follow other regulations of not cutting the Christmas tree too close to roads or waterways. So up to 200 feet, no cutting zone of a roadway, or 100 feet at a waterway like a stream or river. So I would suggest to you to take your family out this holiday and to go out and find your own Christmas tree. This is what your home will look like when you get that Christmas tree. Kind of the prize at the end of all the work. And there is work. When you go get your own Christmas tree, you're going to be down there on the ground. You're going to be in the cold and in the snow. And you're going to be able to harvest that Christmas tree with your family or your loved ones and start building family traditions. And these traditions may live on for years to come. And it'll bring a lot of those fond memories back to your home. A lot of your family remember that for years. And I myself have cut my Christmas trees for the last 6 years. And I will continue doing so. And it'll teach my children some things about the environment. I'm very positive about teaching people about taking care of our environment. I'm not a forest ranger per se, but I will say I've been taught by Smokey the Bear, you know. In fact, cutting your own Christmas tree is healthy for the environment because Christmas trees are not generally the large trees that hold a lot of habitat for animals, but usually they're the sparse ones or the ones that are kind of too close in together. And it actually does a service to the environment by thinning them out in stands where the tree stands need a little bit more light, a little bit more room to actually fully grow and to produce what the forest needs for the forest. So by cutting that little tree, you're actually helping. I urge you to visit your National Forest office or your BLM office. We have one here in Spokane, and for you in Idaho, you also have one in Coeur d'Alene. My pass is for the Panhandle. So I'm able to go out into the Panhandle, and for us in Spokane, you could also opt to go to the Colville National Forest. There are thousands of acres where you're able to go out and get off of the main beaten path and go and explore. So when you go to explore, I want to give you guys some warnings, but also some advice to prepare for the weather. It may not be snowy out there, but it will be cold. This is December after all. I want you to remember to tell your neighbor before you go. Give them a heads up of the time you might come back. Go ahead and give yourself an early departure time. You want to head out before noon because our days are much shorter during the winter. Doing this, you will have more time to take your pick, take your time. If you have small kids, they really take up your time. But I also have advice that you bring snacks, you bring water, plenty of water, and warm clothing, and make sure your tank is full in case you idle around too long. Oh, and bring a rope so you can actually pull that tree out. You're also going to need that saw. So I was explaining about the 200 feet from roadways, 100 feet from streams. What I didn't tell you about is that they ask you to leave an 8-inch stump from the ground. And that is to help the ground keep the nutrition. It also lets them know where people have been cutting. Now, they're not going to need you to leave a mark on that stump. The only thing you need to mark is your tree. Once you cut it, you can strap this onto your tree and take it home. It's just for the roadways, in case they see people with like 100 trees on their car. Hey, you get permits for those. You get, in Idaho, 3 permits per household, and for us in Washington, just the 1. Also, like I said, it is healthy for the forest. It will bring a little bit of revenue to the National Forest. There are ways for us to contribute to those revenues by buying state park passes or national park passes. And as a way of announcement and also a way to serve you in my community, if you have a fourth grader in school, there's everykidinapark.gov. I would urge you to visit. If you have a fourth grader, they get a free national park pass for an entire year. And when they have that pass, walk into your BLM office and you get a free Christmas tree permit. So kind of a neat little way to make your Christmas a little brighter. So in lieu of Christmas coming up, bring home that Christmas tree, decorate it with those family decorations, spend time with your loved ones, share what is special to you and what is special to us all. This is a happy time of year. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I hope that you get out there and explore and get your own tree. Thanks.